Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to episode number 4 of season number 3 of Shadow Depths from NFT Battle Miners, where we're going to go ahead and cover our weekly progress from this past week, and then also actually kick off the video with a major update from the Discord from Shadow Depths that won't impact you this season, but it's going to go ahead and impact you next season. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump into any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research, make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. All right, let's go ahead and dive into that announcement that I was just referring to. If you go over to the NFT Battle Miner Discord, you can get all the details. I'm going to summarize it because I'm trying to keep this video short and we still have to cover my progress from this past week. But essentially, there is a major update regarding all those people that were doing multi-accounting. They've had a number of announcements over the last couple of weeks talking about what are we going to do, what are we potentially going to do. This announcement that they just released this morning, and just a reminder, I'm recording this actually on Friday morning. You're probably watching it on either Sunday or Monday, so please be aware of the time difference. There may be some additional updates by the time you're watching this, but I did want to cover it because it's an important announcement. So what they announced this week, or actually today, time of the recording, is a potential solution. It is not finalized. It is potential solution that they're trying to get some feedback from the community on. So don't take this as in stone, as it's definitely going to happen, but something to think about, and you can provide your feedback. So go over to their Discord to go ahead and check that out. Before we dive into the actual changes that are potentially going to be coming, let's talk about the issue that's happening. They mentioned that there are a lot of accounts and players, to be exact, 199 players that have multiple accounts. Most of those are only 2 accounts, which I personally don't see a big deal with 2 accounts. It's when you start getting to the 3, 4, 5, 20 accounts is when I start getting concerned. The other thing, as long as they're buying the battle passes and contributing to the community and the project, I'm also thinking 2 accounts isn't bad. But if they're just getting the 2 accounts or 3 accounts and just trying to grind for free without buying battle passes, that's where it becomes a concern. And that's also a concern with the community and the project team. And that's why they're really trying to stress this and find a solution for it. As I mentioned, there is one person that is somehow managing 20 accounts without bots. No clue how they're doing it. No clue. One account is tough enough. I can't imagine trying to manage 20 accounts. So they must not have anything else to do. But I want to give you some background why this is potentially a concern. There's 199 players that are doing this. Again, most of them are 2 accounts. So I'm not overly concerned with the 2 accounts. It's the ones that are beyond that's the big deal. And the reason this is a big deal is, one, if they didn't buy a battle pass and they're grinding for the free NFTs, that's a problem because that's really saturating the market, because most likely they're grinding for those free NFTs and they're turning around and reselling those, which oversaturates the market. In addition to that, as far as rewards, leaderboard rewards go, if they're able to manage to get multi-accounts in the top 100 or top 200, that takes a lot of rewards away from other people. So there's a number of concerns with this that I completely understand why they're addressing it. Some of the solutions that they talked about is they confirmed it's as far as battling the multi-accounters, that takes so much work to try and find the multi-accounters and actually go through the process to try and resolve the issue. Now, again, if the person that's doing 20, that's a big concern for me. For those that are doing 2, if they're just finding one player that's doing 2 or 3, a little less of a concern and not necessarily worth the effort to go ahead and find those, as long as they're paying for the pass. So what they're essentially saying is potential solution is down the road as far as a ship upgrade process, allowing you to multi-account as long as you're buying the battle pass and contributing back to the overall community. Because essentially when you buy a battle pass, a chunk of that battle pass goes towards the rewards that we get. So the more battle passes that are sold, the higher the rewards. So it correlates there. And that's why they're kind of thinking that may be okay within reason, of course. And then they're also talking about here is potentially in the season pass seasonal area. And when I'm talking about battle pass rewards, I'm talking about over here in the seasonal section. I'm talking about these rewards down here. If you scroll over, you start to see some of these NFTs. What they're talking about doing is removing those from the rewards because of all the accounts. There's starting to be an oversaturation of in the marketplace. So what they're talking about is removing the NFTs other than these 10Ms and the shop tickets, but removing the other ones and replacing them with Wax P rewards. I'm really curious on how much the Wax P rewards will be. I hope they're able to balance it to make it as attractive as these NFTs. But I like the fact that they're removing most of the NFTs from it because I've noticed that in the market that the price has been going down just because of a lot of people playing and getting those rewards. So I think it's the right move. I'm just hoping they're able to balance it to continue to make it attractive. The reason why my concern is they can't just replace it the exact value because they have to go ahead and pay out of pocket, and that comes from the battle passes. So there's a balance there that has to happen. So those are the two things that they're talking about. I encourage you to go over the Discord, go through all the details, and really give your feedback if that's something that you are interested in seeing from them, or if you have any other suggestions. Go check that out. I've talked about that enough because it's probably already changed by the time you're watching this, but wanted to make sure everybody is aware of that. All right, let's quickly go through my progress over the last week. I know I just did a video on this earlier this week, so there's not a ton of progress, but I want to get back on that cadence, back on that cycle that I was talking about. From a level perspective, I am up to level 88. By the time you're watching this, I'll probably be over 90. But we are continuing to progress forward. The leveling has slowed down a bit. And the reason that's slowed down a bit is because I'm not pushing nearly as hard to go up these levels. I'm actually just trying to, now I'm starting to look at some of the tasks to go ahead and do that and also get equipment and all that fun stuff. Possibly by the time you're watching this or early next week, I will have completed the final mission stage. I've completed a few, but that chemical damage is brutal. When I did test it out, I think my clone died within 2 missions without really being attacked. So I need to go through the process of doing the quantum tuning to get some resistance to chemical damage so I can just survive the chemicals, not necessarily the monsters, just trying to survive that. So I have to go through that process, which it's going to take a little bit of time, plus raise my HP. There's a number of things that I need to do in order to go ahead against that. So I'm not super concerned about that. But as far as the task goes, I mentioned this last week, my goal was to get to 136, which I was able to do. And I got there just in time. I think like when I went ahead and accepted that reward, there was like less than 10 left. So I got that reward just in time. And now I'm slowly moving through the rest. I'm not going to push super hard for 163. I'll slowly move through these because these are good rewards that you can go ahead and use to fuse or just do different items. As far as getting past 63, probably not going to push super hard for that. As you can see, a lot of the rewards are already gone, and we have 28 days left in the season. I don't know if that's because people are pushing super hard on tasks to get these NFTs quicker than last year, or if it's the multi-accounts. I'm not sure, but they cruised through the tasks this time and got these rewards. More power to y'all. So I'm happy just being in this range. That was my goal at the beginning of the season, was not to push too hard with that. From the skills perspective, just slowly working down the evasion rate. Going to go ahead down to the bottom here and go ahead and use all those, which will be way more speed than I actually need. I think I've already hit the cap of speed. But we're pushing to continue to increase accuracy and evasion to make the missions a whole lot easier. From a ship perspective, I kind of stopped that. There's only one upgrade that I think I'll do again or one more time, and that is one more multitasking, just so I can produce more, because I am doing a lot of printing now that I grabbed a whole bunch of NFTs. And just a hint, I did a whole bunch of pack openings. So that video is actually coming here probably at some point this week. You can see how I did. Did I do really well or did I fail miserably? That video is to come. A lot of people have been mentioning pack openings, so I'll go ahead and give that a try. And then in addition to that, let's see what else. As far as my equipment goes, consistently Scout Legendary gear, occasionally do some Ultimate gear, doing well with that. But overall, one more thing, obviously the leaderboard. Let's go ahead and check out the leaderboard where I stand. And I am currently at 135. So I think I'm slightly better. I think I was 140 during last video. The one thing I did do, there's a lot of suggestions, in the comments talking about giving in the booster, where you got to go ahead and get in the booster zone, get these types of NFTs. So I did a major upgrade. I got some legendaries, that really boosts. As you can see, my token mining amount is now plus 85%. I'm hoping to continue to increase that by fusing and seeing if there's any cheap legendaries out there, which there is not. They're pretty pricey out there, so be aware of that if you're looking to do that. But those are the main things. My goals for next week. So I'm hoping to get from the mission stage, as I mentioned, get all the way through the missions. Got to work through my chemical damage resistance, which I'll do that during this week. Not pushing too hard. I do want to collect these NFTs in the battle pass, but I got 28 days to get to here. All the limited edition ones or the limited number ones will be gone by the time I even get too close to it. So I'm not going to push for those. And just going to continue to grind and try and get higher on the leaderboard. For those of you that are in the competition, let me know in the comments down below. How are you doing in the competition? I have not had a chance to go through the list of the snapshot list of competitors in this season's competition to see who's doing well. Go ahead in the comments down below. Let me know what your ranking is, especially if you're higher than 35, because I want to try and beat you. And that's all I have for this week's update. I hope you all have a great day. Please, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about the multi-accounting changes that are being proposed for next season. Also, let me know how you're doing throughout the season. I do have a number of how-to videos that are coming up here in the near future. I think there are 3 queued up. And then I got that pack opening. So there's a lot of Shadow Depth content coming out here. Probably actually more than I was expecting to do this season. But lots to come with that. So let me know if there's anything additional that you're looking for. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.